Pokemon alt arts from the Sword and Shield era are some of the most expensive modern cards. So today we're going to be taking a look at the most expensive graded versions of these cards recently sold on eBay. Into it. I've done videos in the past where I looked at the most expensive alt arts, but today we'll be looking at the graded versions from the Sword and Shield era. We're talking the Umbreon, talking about Rayquaza and Lugia and the like. So we're going to be going through each one of them and seeing what's been going on eBay regarding the recently sold listings, because some of these are crazy. In number 10, we have the Sylveon VMAX alternate art from Evolving Skies, recently sold for £205 on eBay in a PSA 10. You know, this card is a beautiful card from Evolving Skies, of course. Very difficult. There's going to be a few Evolving Skies cards, obviously, in the list. And it's my favorite card. You know, it is my favorite card from the set. I do have it raw. I do need to get it graded, but this is a really nice card to pick up. Over in the US, the card price of this, you're looking at raw, $132 on TCG Player. You're looking around 165 on Card Market in euros, 117 on eBay. And we got here, you know, PSA 10. Look at 235, so £205, about right, you know. You have a CGC 10 at $350. So yeah, this card is a beautiful, stunning card. It is getting pricey, and you know, £205 to $235 in a PSA 10 is quite impressive. Next up, we have the Leafeon now from Evolving Skies in a PSA 10, recently sold for £209, so a little bit more expensive than the Sylveon. I'm not a huge fan actually of this Leafeon. I do prefer Art V than the VMAX. Can't deny how expensive this card is, right? £209, that is, you know, pretty decent going. You know, again, this is an expensive card, very difficult set to get the pulls on. So over in the US, we're looking raw card price, 151 on TCG Player, 137 on eBay, and 186 euros on Card Market. Okay, so we're looking at eBay PSA 10, 250, £209. That's actually a pretty good deal. Whoever picked up for 209, that's actually really good. So, you know, look at $250. Obviously, there's loads of them in a pen. CGC 10 though, 370. Get that in a CGC 10, you're doing pretty well. However, a CGC 9.5 is a lot less than that, for something to take into consideration, depending on where you get graded, of course. But yeah, PSA 10, 250, recently sold 209. Pretty good. Then we have the Glaceon now. So we're going through each of the ones of Evolving Skies, right? We do get real crazy towards the end, right? So £240, so big jump actually, from, you know, 205, 209, bang up to 250, bang up to 240 for the Glaceon. This is a beautiful, stunning card. Very difficult to get hold of course, in a PSA 10. So yeah, very, very cool. I really rate this. Over in the US, let's take a look. We're looking at 136 on TCG Player, 164 euros on, you know, Card Market, 133 raw on eBay. And then the PSA 10, you look at 270. So 240, pretty close, you know, between each other. PSA 9 though, 145, you know, fair amount less. However, a CGC 10, look at that, guys. $960. So yeah, this card is beautiful. Absolutely love it. Don't have it though in my collection, although I would like it in my collection. Yeah, we're looking at, you know, the prices being about the same for a PSA 10 over here in the UK, and of course over in the US. Right, we're keeping the trend going with evolutions. Next up, we have the Espeon VMAX art from Fusion Strike, of course. £254. Basically 255 essentially. Pretty decent. A little bit more than the Glaceon. This is a big card. You know, Fusion Strike, huge set. Tough pull rates, very difficult to get these big top end alternate art cards. So this coming in at 255 is a pretty pricey card, a gorgeous looking card. Again, this in the 10 any collection would be absolutely fantastic. Let's take a look over in the US. So we're looking at TCG Player Raw 137, we're looking at 153 on eBay and 170 euros on Card Market. And PSA 10 we look at $325. So, you know, you're looking around about what, 70 difference. So yeah, a little bit cheaper over here in the UK to pick up this Espeon, of course. CGC 10 is only 261. Interesting. I don't know what's going on with that Glaceon. I don't know whether or not it is actually selling for that much. But yeah, it's about right. So the PSA 10 is actually slightly more than CGC, which is quite interesting. So this is actually quite a pricey card coming in, you know, in a PSA 10. So doing well. If you have this, you're doing well. Speaking of doing well, now we have the Gengar from Fusion Strike 265. So a little more than the Espeon. Big card though. Absolutely big card. Still haven't pulled this or the Fusion Strike. I would love to see it one day, but this is a gorgeous looking card. 5, that's a pretty decent, you know, amount of money, just a little bit more than the Espeon, quite, you know, reaching that £300 mark. 265 is pretty decent. Over in the US, this is going for 182, 183 raw. You play nearly 160 on eBay. You look at 163 euros on Card Market. So PSA 10, you're looking at close to $400. So 400, 265, yeah, it's a lot cheaper over here. Yeah, PSA 10 Gengar. So yeah, if you do want to get that, you might want to pick them up over here. Big difference. DGC, we're looking at $391. Now again, you're looking roughly the same as a PSA 10 right there. But the Gengar's actually a lot more than the Espeon over in the US, but over here they're both pretty much identical. So really interesting to see those big price difference. Okay, now we're on to the Charizard now. We're getting close to £300. The Charizard VO art from Brilliant Stars in the PSA 10. Beautiful card, beautiful card. I've got the rainbow, but I don't have the O art yet. Basically 300, you know, £300 for this big Charizard. Even though the single card prices is dropping for this, PSA 10 holding really strong. Big money card coming out of Brilliant Stars. Over in the US, we're looking at $162 raw on TCG Player, 153 on eBay, 176 on card market. So I mean, over here in the UK, I've been on 21.30, so has been dropping. So we're looking at PSA 10, $365. So yeah, you're very close actually, you know, compared to here and there. Big money card. You know, PSA 9, you're looking at only a little bit more than what the actual raw price is, but if you get in a 10, doing really well. So yeah, this is a big card from Brilliant Stars. Even though, like I say, the raw price is dropping, I mean the PSA price is either doing really well. Okay, on to Silver Tempest. We have the Lugia V alternate art in a PSA 10. 320. That's some big money. You're looking just over £20 more than the Charizard. You're breaking past that £300 mark. You know, this is a card where its value has been pretty steady, and so very hard card to pull in a PSA 10. Did actually pull one in a live stream once of this card. Don't own it myself, but this is a beautiful card. But this card over in the US, we're looking at raw price TCG Player 184, eBay 174, and on card market 203. So full price on card market over there. Yeah, PSA 10, $400. So $400, £325. A bit cheaper over here. You know, a little bit cheaper over here to pick this up in a PSA 10. So, you know, about right. Card market is a little more pricey actually for this Alt Art Lugia. Nonetheless, this is a brilliant looking card. $400, you know, or £325. Pretty high. Coming into the top three now, we have the Rayquaza Alt Art VMAX from Evolving Skies. Now, I thought it would have been number 2. But no, it's coming at number 3. £420 for this card. Big money. Now we broke over 400. Nearly £100 difference between this and the next card, which was the Lugia. So yeah, brilliant card. Really tough to get hold of. You know, if you can get in a PSA 10, you're doing really well. Golden Skies cards across the board are just going up in cost and value. It's just crazy, right? This in a 10. Yeah, very good. Looking at this card over in the US, we're looking at what? 295 raw on TCG Player, 256 on eBay, 262 card market, so a little bit cheaper on card market there. PSA 10, $471, so you know, 425 here, you know, pretty close to each other in that respect. CGC 10, we're looking at 535, so a little bit more CGC compared to PSA. Quite interesting. PSA 9 though, we're looking at 286, so again, basically raw price, we've been seeing that same trend over and over again in PSA. Really need to hit that 10, right? CGC 9.5, a little bit less than a PSA 9 even, so you know, interesting cards. Big card, you know, over 400 is pretty good going, right? You know, pushing nearly 500 actually, you know, over in the US, but you know, around 400, 425 recently sold on here. Pretty good going. So yeah, big card. Only coming in number 3 though. Taking the number 2 slot, we have the Giratina coming in PSA 10. Big money, 560 macaroonies, pounds right there. This is a big money card. Now we've already seen the raw price of Giratina just keep climbing. I know it's over $300. We could take a look at that in just a second. Yeah, big money card. Over here in the UK, what? Seeing people for 22.50 raw. So it is a big money card. You know, it is going up. I did see, you know, maybe over a few months ago, this for 150, 160. So it is on the uptick. You know, again, all depend on, you know, quality and centering. PSA 10, right? So £560. Ooh, baby. That's a big card. So let's take a look at this. So TCG Player, there we go. So we're looking at 330. eBay, we're looking at 282. But on card market, 246. So very similar to what I was saying over here in the UK. That 220, you know, 40 mark. So that's about right. PSA 10, $700. It's actually a lot cheaper to get this in a PSA 10 over here. It's a lot cheaper at £500, but it is actually cheaper over here to get in a PSA 10. Really nice card though. You know, fantastic. Can get it, you know, in a 10. You're doing well. Never pulled it. Opened up so much Lost Origin. Still haven't pulled it. I would like it in my collection. It's not my favorite card from the set, but I can't deny how, you know, incredibly valuable and desirable, you know, that this Giratina is. So yeah, very nice card. Now we all know what was going to be number 1. Of course, it had to be the Umbreon Alt Art VMAX from Evolving Skies in a PSA 10, £750. This actually dropped. This has actually dropped. When I got my cards graded, I returned actually PSA and my Umbreon did get a PSA 10. It was currently selling for around $850 to $900 over here in the UK. So it has actually dropped by about £100 to £150. So, you know, is it a sign that things are going to go down? No, not really. Maybe there's just a few more now. People's cards are coming back, getting graded. means there's just more of them out there. People undercut each other. Happens, right? So yeah, we're looking at eBay, £750, still big money, right? Big money. Raw price over here, I've been seeing it sell for, depends on quality, and in all honesty, £300, £350. So it has been going up and up and up, you know, for this card. So it's really interesting to see, you know, how this card goes moving forward. So over in the US, raw, we're looking at TCG player 620. There you go. So we've gone over 600. eBay 507 and card market 540. So like I say, over here, I've seen some go for 300. It might not be the best quality. You know, if you look at good quality, it depends on quality, right? If you look at good quality, then you could be looking a lot more. I've seen some sell for over 400. It does depend on, you know, tendering, the quality, the condition. Just don't know, right? You gotta be super big price difference. And I've seen it. Like I say, I've seen it. So we're looking at PSA 10, $936. Pretty much what I was thinking it was like. And then the CGC 10, we're looking at 926, so a little bit more actually. The CGC 10, PSA 9, 600, less actually than the raw price. So quite interesting. So over here in the UK, you're looking at £750, you know, a little bit less than it is over in the US. Like I say, it did drop, so it's interesting to see how we'll do moving forward down the line. I expect, you know, Umbreon to just keep climbing, but with the graded cards being more and more out there, again their returns, then I do expect the overall prices drop, but they will bounce back, of course, over time, because getting hold of Evolving Skies and Open Net and pulling this card, in fact, is very difficult. There you have it, guys. Those are the most expensive Sword and Shield alt arts right now, graded. You know, really surprising. Pretty much started at £200 plus, you know, for each one of these cards. And, you know, if you have them in your collection, you're doing really well. But if you want to know what great products to pick for under $100, then make sure to click on this video right here. And of course, more Pokemon content, guys, then make sure to hit that subscribe button. Anyway, guys, that is it from me in this video. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, you guys are, of course, the legends. And I'll see you in the next